Today we are going to be looking at the SonLight Education Ministry's curriculum. And we're going to be doing a flip through of the different curriculum books, and I'm going to be showing you some basics of how to and how it's all laid out. So just to be clear, this is the SonLight Education Ministry's curriculum, not to be confused with SonLight curriculum. These you can buy on Amazon. I will include the link, and it is a true education series. I will do another video on what true education means and the different principles that it stands for. But today I'm going to just do a basic broad overview. You can see here that the books go by color and the subjects go by color. It's red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. In this particular set that you buy online on Amazon, the purples are the same, but it is supposed to be indigo and violet. The language comes before the voice. And you see the number 1 here. It refers to the chapter that it coordinates with in the Desire of Ages. This whole curriculum coordinates with the Desire of Ages, and it uses the Bible as its textbook. Now let's go ahead and do a little bit of a flip through. I'm not going to go through every single one of these books, but you can get all of this curriculum also online for free and print it yourself. Here on the first spread, you have a suggested daily schedule. Some things that you might want to know about this curriculum is it is multi-level and that you can tailor it to your children. It's suggested for grades 2 through 8, and you can tailor it to your kiddos, which is what I like about it. The Bible is the primary textbook. It uses the Desire of Ages. So this set of books is just the number 1s. And so it will take like a month or so to go through, month or two, to go through the whole chapter 1, because you go through all the subjects using the Bible and the Desire of Ages as your main foundation. Then you have, I already explained the 7 academic subjects. I will share them here. You've got health, mathematics, music, science, nature, history, geography, and prophecy are together, language, and then voice and speech. And there is a separate book for spelling from the scriptures that you can use. And it also recommends a few suggestions for a reading program. Then we go to the next spread, and it has a schedule or outline that you can follow. It has the subject page. I will go over different ways you can do a schedule with this to tailor it to your family. Here's the table of contents, and it has a teacher section, and then it has the student section, and it calls it research, but this is kind of basically the lesson for the day. What you will notice is I have actually put lines to mark where I feel like my child could do in one day. So it starts with the teacher section. And this page, let's focus a little in on here. So you will see that it has the Bible lesson, and this is from the first chapter in Desire of Ages. So you have God with Us is the chapter title. Then it has the verses that go along with the chapter God with Us. And these are all the coordinating verses that would go with that. Here are the suggested memory verses for that particular chapter, chapter 1. The focus character quality, which every chapter always has a focus character quality. And this chapter 1 is on love. And it gives you a definition of the character quality for the whole section 1. And then it gives you antonyms, or the opposite. And then it has the character quality verse specifically, which you will also might want to use as a memory verse as well, because it's a really good one. Because this curriculum is made for all ages, you choose your child's level of spelling. So you wouldn't do all of these as well, but I will do a whole separate section on spelling cards and spelling words. But these give you a few options, and they coordinate with either the subject itself. You can see the health words, disease and so forth, and then it gives you some Bible words that you can choose. And this is how to do the Bible marking. So it recommends that, especially for the older kids. There is a section on the character trait. So it's going to evaluate them on how loving they are. And then it gives you a project page. This is really cool. You can come up with your own projects for the topic. So it's kind of like doing a unit study, except you are doing it based on the Desire of Ages chapter and based on the character quality, and then it's linked to the unit study. So projects, it gives you some ideas. Find the 8 laws of health demonstrated in the animal kingdom. It gives you just lots of ideas. Learn to make homemade bread. Learn to sing the song that's in this particular lesson. And you can come up with your own using Pinterest, but the idea is to focus it in on the subject that you're on. So in this case, it would be health. So you choose, and you don't do all of these projects. You choose like 1 or 2 projects to focus on for that particular book. Book 1, chapter 1, you would want to just choose 1, because each of these you're going to be choosing a project for. So this is more a reference for the teacher, how to do the lesson. Again, I'll go over that in another video. Here's the character reference page. So this is all about character qualities of love. So you mark it, you have them do this before you do the actual lesson. It's one of the first things you do. And you either mark maturing nicely, needs improvement, an NI, poorly developed, or absent. So they can actually fill one out for themselves to see how they actually rate themselves. And then you can fill one out for them so that they can see how others kind of rate them. And then at the end of the whole lesson, you would then go back and have them rate themselves again, see if they've improved, and also if you think they've improved. Here's one of those reference, scripture reference sections that you would have them do the Bible marking for. Answer key for the teachers. And it's got the song that goes with it. You'll notice throughout all of these books, there's songs, there's poems, there's stories. Gardening sheet. So this goes along with the particular subject, like health. And then it will give you a kind of a thing to do in your garden that relates to health and also relates to the subject for the number of the book or chapter in Desire of Ages. So character quality love, and also the subject is health. So it kind of relates it to the garden, because one of the things that we learn is that we should be connecting all our education with gardening, because the children learn so much out of the garden and out of nature. That's where God put us. He put us in a garden. I'll quickly go through here. So what you do is if you have an older child, you can have them read. Doing just a flip through here. Talks about the importance of health, the 10 commandments of health. And you do different projects. You don't cover this whole book in one day. That would be too much. This is broken down. And you also do not do all of these books every single day. I will do another video to show you how you break down the subjects and when you do them. I'll go through a few more. It has areas. Now, one thing you can do is you can make photocopies of this, or you can print it off the online free Google Drive, or if you decide to buy the book for each of your students, they can write directly in it, or you can also get a binder or a notebook to do separately. Some really good stories in here that you can use for like read alouds. One thing I do want to point out before we finish is, I'm not going to go through each one of these, but it has the same setup for every subject. You will notice the same pages. You can see here the schedule. It shows the principles here. It has the suggested way to lay out your subjects. And the table of contents. You will notice that the teacher section, when you open it up, that it will be the same chapter, because all book number 1s coordinate with chapter 1 of Desire of Ages. So this page on instructions for teachers will always be the same on each of these subjects. So these are all the same verses. These are all the same memory verses, same character, quality, love, same character verse, and so forth. And it will have, the only thing different is the spelling words will be different. So it will have actually a few spelling words that are math related. And then the Bible words should be pretty much the same on all of those. Again, it gives you the evaluation. The evaluation is the same in every book. As you can see here, that valuing the character. The garden sheet will be different. It will go along with mathematics, and it will go along with love and mathematics. I hope this is helpful to you, and I hope you will check out this curriculum and come back to find more content on how to use it so that you're not overwhelmed.